Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Looking for these better days.
It is Monday, July 20th. I'm Scott Seidenberg. Here's what you need to know to make today a better day. Congratulations to Spain, winners of the World Cup with a 1-0 victory over Argentina in extra time. And the Yankees salvage the finale of a 3-game set, winning Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Yankees and the Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball last night. We'll talk a little bit about the baseball slate for tonight here on this episode of Better Day, presented by FanDuel. Want to real quick recap the World Cup final. Spain with the 1-0 victory, as I mentioned, against Argentina, scoring in extra time in what was a defensive clinic for Spain, in what was a tournament that was a defensive clinic for Spain. Only one goal conceded the entire tournament, as Spain proved that they were the best team and are the best team in the world. They are on a run right now that can only be likened to the last generational run that we saw from Spain when they won the Euro in 2008, the World Cup in 2010, and then the Euro again in 2012. Well, they won the Euro 2 years ago, now the World Cup here this year, and they are the number one team in the world right now. It was a goal by Ferran Torres, who got the game winner right at the start of the second half of extra time. He actually scored again on a breakaway, but that was overturned real quick due to him being offsides by his shoulder and side of the face. Messi made an incredible play late in the game after a free kick that set up what could have been the game-tying goal here for Argentina, but Spain defended it very well. And when it was all said and done, Messi was sent home as Spain wins 1-0. Spanish goalkeeper Unai Simon wins the award for the best goalkeeper in the tournament, only allowing one goal throughout their entire run to the World Cup title. Kylian Mbappe of France is your Golden Boot winner after he scored a couple of times in that consolation game with England. And the Golden Ball given to the player of the tournament did not go to Leo Messi. Rodri, the captain of the Spanish squad, who commands that midfield, was given the award as the most valuable player of the tournament, the Golden Ball. Now, how crazy of an upset was this? Look, I tweeted out and I said on this pod last week after the semifinal that Messi locked up this award even if they lost to Spain here. And I truly felt that because Messi was the best player in this tournament. And I mentioned earlier how he had that incredible play that almost set up the equalizer late in extra time, but Spain was really well defended on that play. But Messi, after the semifinal, was minus 900 to win the Golden Ball. Yesterday, before the match, he was minus 1,500 to win the Golden Ball, and Rodri was like 12-1, 15-1, depending on some books. I was checking out some of the prediction markets, and I saw on one prediction market, I think it was Kalshi, where Messi, prior to the match, had a 91% chance to win the Golden Ball, and Rodri had a 6% chance. That was a big upset that was voted on yesterday after Spain wins the World Cup. So congratulations to anybody who cashed with Spain lifting the trophy. Congratulations to anybody who cashed with Rodri to win the player of the tournament, Mbappe with the Golden Boot, and the under in the final, which was a no-sweat winner with the 1-0 victory for Spain over Argentina. And now you wonder, with the World Cup over, do we stop betting soccer? I know there's certainly an appetite for it, and there are a lot of people out there that specialize betting soccer, but are the casual bettors that tuned into this World Cup finding markets that they enjoyed wagering on, whether it's team totals, the BTTS, right, both teams to score, or the Asian handicaps? Is the average bettor going to now tune in and start betting the Premier League next month? Are they going to start betting, MLS games? Like, that's what I'm curious to see. Or if the American bettors just forget about soccer now for the next couple of years until maybe we get the Women's World Cup in a couple of years. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But it definitely was, I enjoyed it. The World Cup was great. I thought it provided like a much needed bridge in this slow time of the sports calendar to kind of take us from the end of the NBA and the NHL through like the Major League Baseball All-Star break. And now we're just gearing up for football season. Like training camps are getting underway and we are like 2 weeks away from the Hall of Fame game on August 6th. So thankful for this World Cup for providing a little bit of content and something to bet on and something to win money on here over the past month or so. Major League Baseball was front and center last night on Sunday Night Baseball. Yankees and Dodgers playing game 2 of a doubleheader. It was the finale of a 3-game set as the Yankees looked to avoid the sweep, and that's exactly what they did after Jazz Chisholm's go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th inning gave the Yankees a 2-1 win over the Dodgers. Both teams went with a bullpen game last night. Dodgers using a bunch of pitchers, which was okay because Yamamoto pitched a complete game in the first game of the doubleheader, so they had plenty of pitchers to use. But you wonder how that affects them going into today's game. The Dodgers will take on the Phillies tonight in Philadelphia. Christopher Sanchez is on the bump for Philly, and I've already bet the Phillies in this game. I like backing Christopher Sanchez at home, first off, and we've talked about his home and road splits, which are just stark, right? How different he is at Citizens Bank Park and away from Citizens Bank Park. In 11 starts at home this year, Sanchez has a 0.86 ERA. Opponents are batting 188 against him. He's only allowed 2 home runs in 73 innings, which is crazy to think about because of Citizens Bank Park being a home run hitter's ballpark. On the road, in 9 starts, Sanchez has a 4.97 ERA, and opponents are batting 330 against him. He's allowed 10 home runs in only 54 and a third innings. Much different pitcher at home than on the road. So at home against the Dodger team coming off of a doubleheader yesterday, using all those arms out of the bullpen, Emmett Sheehan gets the start for the Dodgers, opposing Christopher Sanchez. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies here over the Dodgers. And for the Yankees and Pirates here in the Bronx tonight, I don't know if I want to fade the Yankees for the full game. I do like the Pirates in the first 5, though. I like Braxton Ashcraft, 9-3 on the season with a 3.49 ERA. And the Pirates offense has been great on the road. So I do think that they get to Ryan Weathers, maybe a first 5 over, maybe backing the Pirates in the first 5 could be the way to go for tonight's game with the Sunday night fade of both of those teams. Other interesting starts here tonight. You got Freddie Peralta, former Brewer, starting in Milwaukee for the Mets against his former team, Jacob Mizorowski on the mound for the Brewers, who are about a minus 200 favorite. It's been a very disappointing year for Freddie Peralta, but we'll see if pitching back in Milwaukee gives him a little bit of juice to the start tonight. And also, later on tonight, the Astros will welcome back Ronel Blanco to the mound, making his 2026 debut, had a couple of rehab starts to start the year. Didn't really give length in the minors, so I'm very curious to see what Leash is like tonight, how deep he goes against the Miami Marlins. I kind of want to fade Blanco, though, in his first start back from the injury, and I'd be looking at the Marlins in the first 5 innings as the dog, like catching a half a run would be the way that I would look there. Also like the Nationals on the road in Colorado. They just put up a ton of runs in that series in Sacramento in a hitter's ballpark. Now they go up against Kyle Freeland and his 7.36 ERA in Colorado tonight, so I think the Nationals keep it rolling with their offense. Hey, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. 5.5-point dogs defeat the Grizzlies 94-90, winning the Vegas Summer League Championship. My pick to win NBA Rookie of the Year, Yaxel Lendeborg, was your leading scorer for the Golden State Warriors. He had 21 points on 9 of 18 shooting, 2 of 6 from 3-point range. Meanwhile, your favorite for Rookie of the Year, Cameron Boozer, scored 19 points for the Grizzlies in the loss. He was their leading scorer, 7 of 17 shooting, 3 of 7 from the 3-point line. He also had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals as he completely filled up the stat sheet. Oh, I forgot to mention Yaxel Lendeborg had 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So taking a look at FanDuel right now to see if there's been any change in the Rookie of the Year market. Cameron Boozer is still your co-favorite with Darren Peterson at plus 300. But my boy, Yaxa Lendeborg, who we bet at 25-1 and then went down to 20-1, right now up on FanDuel is plus 1,500 to be the NBA Rookie of the Year. So definitely liking RCLV. One final thing in the NBA that I want to get to. I know it's a short episode, but we do have a lot of things coming up this week. We're going to make some content announcements for everything that we have coming up this fall. We're going to start getting into our football coverage as well this week. But LeBron James still hasn't made an announcement on where he's going to play next year. However, the prediction markets are moving. The Miami Heat on Polymarket are now 47% to land LeBron James. They have surpassed the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm thinking if the prediction markets, which, I mean, this one in particular has $28 million of liquidity, maybe it's the wisdom of the crowd telling us something. And maybe the Miami Heat will, in fact, land LeBron James. Odds to win the Eastern Conference. The Knicks are plus 320 on FanDuel. Celtics plus 500. Raptors and Sixers are tied at plus 750. And then the Miami Heat at plus 800, followed by the Cavs at plus 850. I'm thinking maybe it's a bet on the Miami Heat in advance of a potential LeBron James announcement. If in fact we are to believe this prediction market. Meanwhile, you heard me say the Raptors. Like, why are the Raptors so high? Well, there are rumors about Kevin Durant going to the Raptors. You know, there's a rumor that's being floated out there. Read that on Yahoo yesterday that maybe it's Toronto wheeling and dealing here, maybe not done. So we'll see what changes occur here in the NBA futures market. But I did find that LeBron James prediction market thing very interesting, and it has me very interested in the Miami Heat at plus 800 to win the Eastern Conference. Okay, as I mentioned, this is just a quick episode. We'll have plenty more content coming up this week, and we're going to be making some announcements this week about all of the fall content plans that we have for you guys at Better Day. Follow us across your social media channels on Twitter at Better_Day. Hit us up on YouTube as well at Better Day. And I'm Scott Seidenberg. Here's hoping you make today and every day a better day.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.